Hi, this is Jill
and Mike
from Cheap Thrills, and we're here to show you our car collection.
So what we want to do is take all of our cars and put them in a row so you can kind of get an idea of what this channel is going to be about. A lot of the cars we've purchased, really not for content. We've owned these cars for a while. We bought them because we actually like them. We do a lot of stuff with them. You'll get to see street versions of the car and what we did to make it race ready so we can take it and do our endurance racing with it. We don't usually make them like hollow cans. We actually keep a lot of the character of the street car. So I think we do things a little different than a lot of people, but I think it'd be interesting to see what we did with these. So in this video, it's going to be a little bit of an intro. So we obviously have to save the details for each car. So it's going to be a quick overview of them, just so you know what we're actually going to be working on. That's really funny. He's climbing on the...
Yeah. Okay.
So this car right here is the one that actually started Cheap Thrills. It's a 2005 Cadillac STS with the 4.6 Northstar, which you'll see is in the majority of our cars. We were having some conversations back. I was explaining that I used to do a lot of autocrossing, always had a big interest in cars, and we started talking about endurance car racing of all things. So we got on Facebook Marketplace / Craigslist and found this without a title. I actually had a title, but the guy had a tax lien and he wasn't going to pay it. So $500, we took it away, and we codenamed it Chumpy because we were originally going to run Champ Car with this one. We didn't really know any of the endurance car racing series. Lemons is where we should have started with, but we didn't even know that existed. So this is Chumpy. So after Chumpy came a 2001 Cadillac Eldorado, and obviously it's CAT approved. He likes it. So these came in the ESC version, but we wanted the high performance one with the 300 horsepower Northstar in it. Front wheel drive, pretty big departure from the rear wheel drive STS. We codenamed this one Eldy, not very creative, but it is what it is. Really, we have these out of order because really we should probably go to the other race car, but this is a 2005 Cadillac XLR. We bought this one, had some weird electrical issues with it. It's very exact same drivetrain as the STS, except it's in the Corvette configuration. So 4.6 Northstar with the 5L50. It just has the torque tube in the middle to where that one has a drive shaft at the end. Like I said, we are kind of slowly fixing this one up, restoring it, trying to get the hardtop working. So this is the street car version of our 2006 Cadillac XLR, so 1 year newer than that one, but still the exact same. And this is one that we bought purely to be a race car. So we knew that straight away. Once again, doesn't have a title. It does have a salvage title, but we never applied to get it because it doesn't matter. Exact same chassis. You'll just see that the interiors are pulled out. It was actually in really good mechanical shape. Only had 80,000 miles on it, but it got hit by an animal, deer, I think, not quite sure. And it actually cut the engine computer off because the computer is right behind that fender. So its code name is kind of Excalibur, maybe. I don't know.
X gonna give it to you?
Yeah, we call it a bunch of different things. No real name for this one.
For short,
Ecstasy. Yeah, X. So bought this car. Obviously, it's a street car. I'm not making it a race car. Obviously, it's 25th anniversary C3. Really like the looks of C3. It's like, out of all the cars, this one gets the most attention. It has a really kind of special drivetrain. We'll go over that. Shh. So
I told Mike to keep it a secret.
Yeah.
We got to keep things spicy on this channel.
Yeah, so I won't tell you what it is, but it's this 1978 C3 Corvette, 25th anniversary, all original. It's in really good shape. So big disparity from 1978 to 2015. Believe me, driving that one to this one shows you the advancements in the car industry. It's night and day. That one's very raw, visceral. This one's pretty refined for a sports car. So 2015 C7 Corvette 2LT with a manual transmission. It's a really great car. We'll go into details about that. So another unique car, because we like unique cars. 2007 Cadillac STS-V. We pulled this one from a field. Don't actually have a code name for this one either. We should.
I wanted to call it Flower Pot.
Yeah.
Remember
Well,
that
flower
guy?
pot. Yeah, because he was gonna make flower pots out of it before he sold it to us for the price we wanted to pay, which was $4,000. Anyway, of course they're all automatics, but this has a supercharged. As you can see, they wanted to not show you that it's supercharged, so they wrote it on both doors. It's a really cool car. We had to work through a lot of quirks to get flower pot back on the road. Still got, and as you'll see, all these cars need a little bit of something. Like you're seeing the reality of life. Some of them are further than others. So
we couldn't afford to buy pristine versions of all these cars.
No, the closest to pristine is the C7 and one little further down. So once again, street car, 1996 Chevrolet Camaro LT1. People think it's horrible because of the OptiSpark, but really it's blown out of proportion. They're not bad. It is a 6-speed manual. It's a pretty clean car. We bought it to actually want to actually flip it, but it's kind of gotten into our collection. So
I got attached to it.
yeah, it needs a little bit of work too. So there's some fixer-upper things to do to it, but it's mechanically it's really, really solid. Clutch, transmission, everything's really good. This actually was our second car. It's a 1986 Pontiac Fiero 2M6 as they call it, which means it's the V6 with the 4-speed Muncie. It's all original drivetrain. We haven't done anything to it at all other than cage it. We've raced it a few times. We were expecting the original drivetrain to die pretty quickly because we had no idea of the service history on it or anything, but it still just keeps going. So we're going to leave it in there until it decides to bite the dust. You'll never guess the name we have for this one. It's Goldie. So yeah, once again, very unoriginal. So the last one we're going to talk about is I really like this car actually. It's kind of you'll see that we have a really common theme in all of our cars. It's either a Cadillac or a Corvette or some combination of the two. Once again, this is a 2011 CTS-V Coupe. You don't see many of these around really. The Coupes are pretty rare. Really wanted to get a manual one, but I couldn't find one, and honestly I couldn't afford one, so I had to stick with this one with a automatic, 6-speed automatic. Has 53,000 miles on it. It's a really cool car.
But that's okay because our Cadillac race cars are automatics and we do pretty well with those.
Yep, nothing wrong. It's just the engagement's not quite as fun as it is with a manual, but from a performance standpoint, definitely it's hard to beat an automatic.
And it's definitely the culmination of our Cadillac collection.
Yep. So out of all the cars, actually, I always think to myself, if I had to only keep one car and get rid of all the other ones, like which one is the best car? I would say from General Motors, this is probably the best. We didn't have any newer ones to test from, but even compared to the C7, if you want to talk about an overall refined chassis, good interior, this is probably the best example of a great car from GM. All the other ones, there's little quirks that you could nitpick on about interior quality or build quality. This car is actually pretty amazing. There's not much. If you want to see something that you can nitpick on GM, it's like chrome veneer on plastic. So they're can deny that it's a GM product.
Well, Mike the perfectionist again.
Yeah, you can't be having that.
Let's show them all our flaws.
Yeah. Well, the rest of the car is actually pristine. So Recaro seats, everything's really great about this car.
I'm going to seriously debate putting that in the video.
Well, I think you should. I think it's good.
Okay.
It gives us authenticity. I think that's it. So it's real easy on YouTube to find a car channel that has a cold start of one vehicle. Well, we're going to give you 10 of them. So Jill's going to hop in there and get started. it's quite the symphony of automotive sounds, a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna walk through here again and see if you can pick out the cars that still has the stock exhaust. So you'll have to let us know in the comments which one you think sounds is your favorite, which one you think sounds the best, which one you think sounds the worst. I look forward to the comments.
So we didn't actually stage these cars, but I was just going to show you what else we have in the lot. Of course, there's the Fiero, which is slotted for a Northstar swap. If you haven't seen our other videos talking about that, please check it out. And over here we have just a Jeep with a Hemi in it that we acquired last year. Don't know exactly what we're going to do with this one. Fix it up, sell it, keep it, who knows. Maybe you guys have some suggestions. Out here we have just a couple of regular old Cadillacs. Nothing special, but still I would say part of the collection. This is a DTS, and this is another STS over here. Still don't know what we're gonna do with these, whether we turn them into track cars, just leave them as street cars, keep them, get rid of them, I'm not sure. So, there's those. And here we have our trusty tow vehicle. It is a, I think 2001 Chevy Silverado 3500, but what makes it unique is that it has the 8.1 liter with the Allison transmission attached to it. They don't make them like this anymore, so that's why we still consider this part of our collection and a special vehicle on its own, even if it didn't make the cool club down there. Back here, this is the reject slot, I guess you would say. Really, they're just cars we've used for parts. So this is a Cadillac STS. I think it's a 2007 that we've basically just used for parts for our other STSs. That's probably going to be leaving the lot soon, as well as this one over here, which is a 2006 Cadillac DTS, and this is the organ donor for our Northstar Fiero. So we already have it loaded up on the trailer. This is going to be leaving us soon as well, so this might be your last time to see her, but there she is. And in here, one more thing. Let me try to get a better angle on it. I would count this for a half point, but it's a little racing go-kart that we acquired. These things are pretty fast for what they are. It's not currently running. We don't know what we're gonna do with it. I think it would be fun to at least take it to a little go-kart track at some point, but if you guys are interested, we'll definitely include this in the channel, so just let us know. Whoa. So with all the extra cars, I think that makes 15 total, 17 if you include the couple parts cars. Right, Mike?
Yep, I think so. It's not all of them. They multiply like gremlins.
We're definitely going to be adding to our collection, mainly GM stuff, because of GM's #1 fan right here.
Yeah.
But there's a few other things outside that bracket, so...
#1 fan, but they're trying to lose me.
Yeah, he doesn't really like the direction they're going. So stay tuned to see what we do with all these vehicles and any new ones we might acquire along the way. Please subscribe to our channel, and we always love suggestions from the audience, so
we're going to read your comments, so if you have any suggestions, things you want to see, know about them, ask. I guess that's the end. Bye.